I don't know why my YouTube is tripping today, but it's tripping, y'all. However, we're going to just jump right back into things. So, we're going to go ahead and get started with our nails. Okay? So, I'll let you all know. You all can hit that like button, hit the subscribe button so you never miss out when we're live and in action. Um, right now, I'm going to be using my good old, um, today we're using Exagi brand, we're using our Jawitney brand, we're using our Meter Cross brand, and we're using our Four Lily brand, okay? I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I really don't. So if it cuts out again, I sincerely apologize again, okay? So just come on in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, okay? So here we go. All right. So I'm going to go in and finish up this French tip. And then we're going to take off what we don't need, okay? So I'm going to be going in with my tool here and just taking off what I don't need, okay? All right. And so, all right. I'm just filling this in here. And then we're going to just pop that into the nail lamp. So you want to make sure that your French is nice and right to however you like it. And then pop it into the nail lamp, okay? All right. Okay. So once you have that French down, okay, then you're going to just go ahead, pop it in the nail lamp and move on. So now we're going to bloom this nail. And because this is a small nail, you want to make sure that you are using your smaller side of your dotting tool to make sure that you have the bloom in there, okay, nice and right. Or you can go in with your bigger side. However, it's just going to spread faster, and you might be upset about that. I don't want you upset. I want you to go in nice, succinct, and in order, um, and as easy as possible. Okay, so now I'm just using my Exagi Bloom gel. Got this off of Shein as well. Okay, this is their 15 milliliter bottle as well, 15 milliliters. It looks like this. You can screenshot if you want, or you can use whatever blooming polish you have. Again, as previously in that other video, I was saying that you get a 101 in this 103 color, which is like a jelly dark charcoal black color, if you will. So you're going to be going in with it and you're going to just literally let it do what it does, you know, just put it on there, let it spread and do what it does, you know what I'm saying? So you can give it some shape if you want to. It's just going to spread anyway. So it's up to you. And when I say shape, you can make it in like a little cow print, or you can, do it however you want to, however you will. Okay. So it's up to you. All right. And so I'm going to let this spread on the nail. Um, I'm going to let this spread and we're going to let it do what it does, okay? And so, what I like to tell y'all is if it's not spreading, or if it is spreading and it's not as colorful as you want it to be, just go in with a little bit more color and it'll get more pigmented as you go. Okay, it's solely up to you, however you want to do it. But I just like to make sure that I'm telling you the truth of the matter, child. What's working for me, child, okay? What's working for me, okay? And then I like to go in with these little squiggly lines just to give it a little bit more pizzazz and stuff and things. But you don't have to do that, okay? Child, just keep it to your liking and let it do what it does, okay? All right, so I'm just giving it a little bit more spunkiness. I'm gonna add a little bit more right here at the tip because I don't see hardly any of that 103 color, which is this dark charcoal color. And then, like I said, the bloom is gonna do what it does. So just let it work, let it do what it does, and don't get bent out of shape, okay? Don't get bent out of shape. And if you're seeing something that you're like, I don't really like that, just take it off and start over again, okay? Solely up to you, solely up to you, okay? Solely up to you, all right? But like I said, this is more of a um, dark charcoal, almost black color. So it's gonna look something like something like so, okay? And then I'm seeing I ain't got enough right there, and just going in with a little more right there, and a little bit of here, and a little bit of there. You know what I'm saying? So just fix it up, fix it up. You got this, okay? And make them as unique and eclectic as you want to, as I always tell y'all, okay? Fill in those little gaps. If you're seeing something, like I'm seeing something right here, I'm gonna just go in right there and just, fill it out a little bit. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in the nail lamp, okay? Because you don't want it to bloom too much and then it start merging and then you just you be upset. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll just go in there. Okay. All right. So once that's done and it's looking nice to your liking, then we're going to just pop it in the nail lamp. Okay. So I pop that into the nail lamp. And if you want to go in with the second coat, that's totally fine. It's up to you. Okay. So what we have over here though, we have a 3D flower. So for my 3D flower, I did go ahead and pre-make my little um, balls. So you're gonna make sure you have some solid gel, and just go from there. So I'm gonna make sure that I got it nice and right, and I'm determined to get it right this time, y'all. So y'all ain't gonna be sitting up here watching me, you know, mess up too much this time, child. Okay. I got it. I got it now. Okay. I just need to get the ball nice and round. Okay. And this is still gonna be a little bit bigger than what I wanted it to, but we're gonna make it work, okay? Then you're gonna go in, just make sure you have the smallest little balls. I'm gonna go in with 4. I think 4 is doable for me where I don't get too flustered. But in the meantime, in between time, what we're going to do is we're going to take our handy dandy tool, and you're going to take that more of a flatter side of the tool, and you're going to just flatten it out. I watched a lot of videos. So flatten it out, and then you're going to just give it a nice little point. Okay? Flatten it out. Keep giving it a nice little point. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing, and what I'm seeing from a lot of the videos is you want to make sure that they're connected, of course. Flat it out, get it nice and right. I'm going to go in with my next little bead here. And I swear, y'all, I tried to go in with like the smallest little bead, but I guess didn't didn't turn out like I wanted it to. But then we're gonna go in and do the same thing, make it flat. And one thing I like to do is if I can't get something, like y'all saw me do it before, I would sit there and I would practice offline where y'all can't see and try to do it. This is how we did the Andy yesterday. And I came on here and I showed y'all like I can't really get it. So I'm always gonna be brutally honest with you all about if I can and can't do it right now, so yeah. All right, so I'm feeling pretty good about my flower. Feeling pretty good about my flower. This is how it is looking. I'll show you all what it's looking like. So it's looking like that. Okay. So finally got a flower, y'all. Yay! We just hit a milestone. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Okay, y'all. Because at first your girl was struggling. Y'all saw me struggle on the live. But that's the beauty of me, like being authentic in my journey and not trying to cheat the code, cheat the system, and just be acting like, oh, everything is all nice and easy. No, it's not, y'all. It is not, honey. Okay. So, all right. So if you once you're satisfied with your flower, then you're just gonna cure it. And I have my flash cure here, so I'm just gonna flash cure it over here, um, and let it do what it does. Okay. All right. So here's my little flash cure. I'm gonna just cure it like so. And then just hold it for a few seconds, okay? Just hold it for a few seconds. Make sure you're rotating the light on there, you know, or whatnot. Or you can sit it in your bigger lamp and, just get it cured all in one, okay? It's up to you. Up to you. Up to you. I'm just going to do it this way because this is a little bit easier for me, okay? All right, so once you feel comfortable with it being cured, then you're going to just go in with your color and then just do what it does, okay? All right, y'all. So I'm feeling good. I'm just trying to make sure everything ain't it's nice and hard. Yep, everything is nice and hard, and this is how it's looking, okay? All right, so once we got that, we'll come back to that and we'll design that in just a second, okay? We'll design that in just a second. All right. All righty. So let's pop that back in there. All right, so the next thing we have on here is a pink nail with orange sponge, okay? So we're going to go ahead and orange sponge it. So I'm going to take my handy dandy sponge here. We're going to go in with our Whitney J1. This is their brand here. Okay. And then we're going to pop that on the palette. Okay. And so I'm going to go in with probably about 2 shades if I'm feeling like the orange is doing what it needs to do. Okay. So I'm just going to sponge it here. Nice and right. So, because like I said, the perimeter of it will be gold. So, why I went in with this design like so, child, I don't know, but we finna see what it look like, okay? All right, but that's the beauty of freestyling, you know what I'm saying? All right, so, we do some complex, we do some easy, child. So, this one right here, we gonna see what it's giving, honey, in just a second. All right, so I'm feeling good about that because when I'm going to go around with a gold trim. So once I've gotten the orange on there, it's looking like that for the first coat. Then I'm going to just go in with a second coat to make it more pigmented. And that's how that bloom turned out. Okay? All right. All righty. All right, so this last nail, I also had made this last nail similar to the first nail. So it's exactly like the first nail where it's going to be yellow. Um, but now that I'm looking at this set, I think I'm going to pat this nail yellow and then go in with my print, my cheetah print. So let's go ahead and do yellow. All right, and you can use whatever shade yellow you like. It's solely up to you. Or like I said, do pink, do purple hair, do black if you want to. Black and white. Just all black and white in this design if you want to. But do you, okay? Don't ever stop doing you. Period, point to blank, okay? All right, lovely. So we're gonna take our handy dandy frayed liner brush, and we're going to go ahead and just clean up that smile line. Okay. And if you have to make sure you got enough on the brush, child, just make sure you got enough on that brush, okay? All right. All right now. So we're gonna go in and we're just gonna fill in everything else. And then we'll take off what we don't need or what we don't want on the nail and keep it moving, okay? Um, but nevertheless, you're not gonna give up on yourself because something is too complex or too complicated or you feel like you can't get it. Y'all just sit here and watch me do a 3D flower that I just got, y'all. Okay, today. Okay, it made me think about one of them commercials. But right now, I'm just going in, making sure my French isn't low, okay, and then just taking off whatever I don't need, okay. All right. I'd rather you put too much and take off take it off, than put too little and then have to go back in and, forge it and make it blend and make it look all nice and tight and right. Even if but if you have to do that, you just got to do what you got to do, right? But to keep you from doing it, just put, I'd rather you put again too much than too little. Okay? All right, lovely. So we're going to go here and then we're going to go here and we're going to just fill it in. And so you can fill it in with your gel brush or just use your liner brush, especially for smaller nails. Just go in with your liner brush. That way you aren't getting, upset or flustered with the set or whatever. And so right here is my putty. So what I like to do is I like to go in and just clean that off so that I'm not, you know, um, having to peel things off or whatever, off of the putty or whatever. So I'm just gonna take that off, and then we'll go from there. Okay, and then just fill in whatever you need. All right. So that is the French for this nail. Okay, that is the French for this nail, and then we're gonna pop that into the nail lamp. Okay. All righty. Now it's time for second coats, and then we're gonna keep moving on. So time for second coat of this nail here, which is our yellow. And then, like I said, we're going to do some cheetah print with the orange middle, to make sure we make that orange pop that's in that pink nail. But if you have a airbrush or something, I say use your airbrush. I don't have an airbrush. Um, I just don't have one. I've been saying I'm gonna get one on these lives for the longest, but I just don't have one. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. But if you have an airbrush, then use your airbrush or whatever um, to do, a design like that middle nail. And I really do appreciate, I didn't say this, but I do appreciate you all for sticking around yesterday evening as we did our Toy Story nails. They turned out really, really well. And I got some great feedback on how I can, um, you know, make my 3D Andy better. So I really appreciate that from Kendra. If you're watching, thank you, Kendra. You were so great and gave some great feedback. I really appreciate that. So yeah, that helped me a lot. Um, and so yeah, you okay? Alrighty. So here we go. We're gonna go in with a nice even coat and then just fix this French tip right about here. Okay. And so if you're seeing something, like I always tell y'all, just go ahead and fix it right then and there. That way you don't have to worry about it at the end and, then try to go in and, fix things. But yeah, just fix them right then and there. All right, so we got that one filled in nice and right. And I'm going to pop it in the nail lamp. So this is how this one is looking, okay? All righty. All right, we had to reset our lamp. So there we go. All right, now we're going to go in with our sponge again, and we're going to sponge it with orange, okay? So take a little bit more of that orange color, like so. Just put it on there, okay? And try to stay in the perimeter that you set for yourself so that when you go in with that gold trim, it's just easier for you. Or whatever trim you're going to go in, because you might want to go in with silver trim. But it's up to you. You get it. All right, so this is what the second coat is looking like. Turning up a little bit better, okay? So we're going to just pop that into the nail lamp. All right, so for this one, I'm going to set a little bit of this orange back on the palette, and then we're going to go in with our liner brush and just fill it in, okay? All right. First, we need to clean off our brush. Make sure your brush is nice and clean so that you aren't mixing and mingling the colors or messing up any of your other nails, okay? All right, so once you have your orange on there, just go in and fill it in to your liking, okay? Fill it in to your liking. I think I need to speed this up, so I'm actually going to use my brush, but I'm going to have barely any nail polish on there, okay? So, like so. So it's not runny, it's just nice and right, okay? And I'm so glad that I sat here and did this on live with you all. Like I said, we hit a milestone, and you want to celebrate yourself, celebrate your milestones of accomplishing something that may be easy to others, but have been like a little complicated for you, and you finally got it. And for me, that would be this 3D French nail. I think I was just going in with like um too big of a clear ball, and so it would throw me off and throw off my design, right? But no more. Like, we actually got it. And that may sound so minute to some people, like, oh girl, please. But no, it really is a thing. Like, I'm good at certain things, and then there's certain things that I'm not good at or haven't been good at, but I'm learning. I'm taking the time to study, to practice. You should be practicing when people can't see you. That's what matters the most, um, behind closed doors. Because at the end of the day, when you are wanting people to take you serious and take your art serious or take whatever business or craft serious, then you want to show up and make sure that you are, that's you're skilled in whatever that talent or thing is that you want to achieve, so badly at. So, just want to share that and just want to let you all know to celebrate yourself. So, celebrate milestones, okay? You got this, all right? All right, so that orange flower is looking like this, and then I will be going in with my gold middle center. But we messed up a little bit on the outside of this nail, which is why I always tell you all to make sure you have like a brush or some sort of tool to go in and clean it up. So I like my little brush. I got this from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree, okay. And I just like to go in, add a little acetone, and clean up my little areas or whatever, okay? So once they're clean, then you can go ahead and cure the nail, um, and then move on from there. Let me see how a little bit of this will. Actually, I don't have any white, so we'll just keep it orange for now. All right, so let's go ahead and take everything else out of the lamp and go from there. All right, so now it's time to go in with our cheetah print nails, okay? Um, yeah, I know I love a good cheetah print, a good cow print, just a print, honey, a print, baby. Print me, honey. All right, so we're gonna go in with our smaller side of our dotting tool, and we're gonna use black to, make the little look or whatever. And you're gonna just take your time. I got all these little frays in here, so I'm having to slow down there. And I'm not going in any type of order. I'm just switching it up a little bit. You want to do this with your liner brush, you really can. But yeah, okay. All right. I'm feeling pretty good about how this is looking. And as long as it looks good to you, then child, it really ain't nothing else that need to be said, okay? Okay. All right. So this one right here kind of got stuck together, so I'm going to take that off, or at least separate them. Actually, we'll just take it off and then go back in. All right. Okay, so this is what this one is looking like thus far, okay? And you have to trust the process, honey. You gotta trust the process. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so here we go. All right, there's that one. Feel like we're missing one over here. So, all right, there we go. Boom. There's that one. Okay, we're gonna pop this into the nail lamp as well. Pop back over to this one and just go back over everything. Take your time. The Wi-Fi back on. Wi-Fi back on. No, it is. I'm telling you. And so the key to not messing up is sometimes you just have to hush. Like I always tell you, just gotta stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Stay on your pivot. And that second coat, oh, it eats every time. Every time, every time, every time. It just gives it this more defined and beautiful look, and glow to it. So just take your time. You got this. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Go for it. So oftentimes we just give up because the first stroke or the first look is like and then we just give up. Can't do that. Can't cheat yourself. Gotta treat yourself. You know. Hope y'all catching what I'm putting down now. All right, so there's the second coat. And earlier, like I said, despite the mishaps, especially like you see YouTube kept going out on me, I ain't gonna stop. Like it made me a little flustered, but I was like, no, y'all gonna get it together so I can come on here and slay these nails for my people. Okay, all right. I feel like one more could go right here, but I won't even force it. Or maybe I will. All right, all right. Popping it into the nail lamp. All right, next we're gonna go in with our handy dandy. We're gonna toggle between orange and white, okay? So put some more orange on there. And then you're gonna go in with whatever white you want. Of course, I'm gonna be using my Rosalind white. Okay, so there's my white. Pop it on your palette. All right, so this is how they're looking so far. Let me make sure I'm liking it. Yeah, cool. That's what it's gonna be. Have to go in with the second coat as well. Bam. All right, so here's how that one's looking. Kind of went over the black a little bit, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. Got my little tool here. It's so little. Because we still want the black to show, right? I'm just taking a little bit off. All right, so there we go. All right. Going back in with that orange. All right. And go back in with all the white. All right, so that's how that one's looking. Okay. Once that's done, we'll go ahead and just keep it rolling. Go ahead and go in back over the orange with this one. Okay, and then we just go in with the white. All right, there's that one. Okay, so for this one, I'm just gonna take my handy dandy rhinestone gel. Squeeze out. Make sure you got enough that can come out. All right, so it's gonna look something like that. So I'm gonna pop this in a lamp so it can get nice and right and tight. I'm thinking about going in with some polka dots, but we'll see how that works in just a second. All right, so we're going to go in with our second coat of orange, and then I'm going to add a little bit of white in here, okay? A little bit of white in here. Make sure you're getting the full perimeter of that flower or that petal, okay?
And then I don't know if y'all can hear me, but my headphone went out, so just bear with me until I can grab the other one. Okay, making sure I coat it nice and right. And then don't forget you're gonna have to go in and clean up any areas that may need to be cleaned up. Okay. All right. Oh, shoot. Okay. Here we go. All right, so now that I have white on here, I feel a little bit more confident in going in with the white. Just to offset it a little bit. And all I'm doing is just taking a little bit of white and just blending it in with that orange. You can wait to do this at the end if you want to, but I'm liking how the white and orange is looking while both of them are wet. All right, and so this is what it's looking like so far. Okay, get a little closer so you can see. It kind of looks like a offset of both of the colors. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna take our handy dandy gold. Got this one off of Amazon, but they no longer sell this brand, so you can get as close to it as you like, though. Okay, yeah. So here we go. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of gold, and I'm just gonna fill in that or go over that 3D design. All right. So this is the first coat. This is what the first coat is looking like. Okay. And so I'll go in with the second coat in just a second. Alrighty. Now we're going to go in with our polka dots. Okay. Hey, RX, how you doing, lovely? I hope you're having a good Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. Are you making tacos tonight? All right, let's go in with our second coat here. I'm doing good. I don't got no complaints. I'm a little cold, so I got my blanket on. But other than that, I'm doing, as my granny would say, 100 in the shade. Oh, now there's some old folks saying for real, 100 in the shade, child. But I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to my taco night because them shrimp tacos hit every time I make them. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. All right, so I got this second coat on here, and that's how it's looking. All right, we're gonna pop that in the nail lamp. All right, so now Let me get my gold jewels, and then we can um, start to add the middle part of this flower in there, and then we'll go from there. So I have these little gold jewels that I've used before in my life. Um, and then I just found some more because, okay, so I got two different, like, so I got a traveling case, nail case, and then I got this nail disc, and then I got a stand under my nail disc, and it's so much stuff in there, so I really don't be knowing what all is in there, child. So I ended up finding some more of these gold little jewels in there. So I'm really excited about that. So now I have more than enough, child. All right. So here we go. I'm just going to add a few in there. And it'll just be these. I won't add like nothing else. Just a few of these. But I want them to be like so. So it'll look like that. Yeah, like that. It's cute. So I just do it like so. Nothing too crazy. Alright, we got that in the middle. Now for this one, I was going to go ahead and add, I was going to add two of these as well, like right here and right here. I guess we could, just to see how they look. But I really was just going to go in with some raindrops if that didn't look good. Thank you so much, RX. I'm trying. I be trying to slam like you, girl. Like you, honey. One day I'm gonna be there. One day. I be telling myself, you're finding it, you finding it. Then I have to tell myself to keep going. But thank you so much. Alright. So I'm gonna go in with the gold. Just like two, like so. And then the other two, like so. Or maybe we do three, like so. So it looks something like that. Okay? So, but in the perimeter of the gold, I mean, in the perimeter of the, yeah, the gold little jewel. Now, you have to be careful because these will stick together. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I want them just to be like just a smidget apart from one another. But hey, sometimes it has a mind of its own. So while I got them like so, I'm going to just flash cure this. And hopefully it doesn't mess up my dang placement, child. But if it does, you can just take your nippers and take them off and start over again. You might have to go in and add a little bit more of that, um, you know, sponge look. But, child, for the most part, they'll be on there. They'll be on there, okay? Alright, I'm feeling good. Alright, they ain't going nowhere. So we can turn the light off. Alrighty. So, now I'm feeling pretty good about this look. Um, Let me see. I think I might want to outline this with black though. like that. I think I like it. But we gonna switch over to a different brush because this one gonna be made me like go there. So we're gonna switch over to this one. Then I'm gonna use my palette, the black that's on my palette. Keep going. Alright, so it's gonna look something like that. Can y'all see that? Okay. Yes, that lighter brush was definitely making it hard. I'm like, what is going on? What? Like, what? So once I get this nice and right, then I'm gonna clean everything up. Alright, let me clean it up because I done went over the doggone line, child. Alright, and then I'm gonna cure this since I got the base down. We'll just follow up with the rest. I done took it off. Oh, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Okay, there we go. Okay. Ooh, child. I'm liking the way it's looking. I really do. But I really hate when it mess me up and I'm just no longer feeling it. You know, because of me having to stop and start. But gotta just keep swimming, y'all. Gotta keep swimming. Alright, there we go. So this is what it's gonna look like. Or something like that. Okay? Alright, we're gonna go in with our black one more time. Alright. So I got the outskirts down. So it look like that. Alright, I'm thinking I need to go in and add a little bit more black to this palette. So I'm going to go in and with my Noir black, and then I'll add that. Hi, Miss Tara. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Denise. Thank you, and hello and welcome, honey. I would definitely do that. Cause I'm sure like what is going on? You was just fine yesterday. Now all of a sudden you want to act up. You know? Thank you, and thank you so much. I be trying. I try. I try so. Anything at the door? Yeah, sometimes I wish I can just go in and just do this way faster, but I have to focus. I have to focus on it. Okay. Dang gummy. It cured. It's all good. Ain't nobody gonna be watching like that. Oh, nobody gonna be looking at it like that, you know? Who am I? I be cracking myself up. Okay. Oh my God. Mary Pickens, Jiminy Cricket. Yeah. Well, we got something good. We got something good on there. Oh, okay. So that's good. All right, here we go, y'all. Pop that in there. Okay. Oh wait, these some little fun, eclectic nails. Let me go in one more time with these polka dot, and then I'ma let it do what it does. Oh my God, why my dots get bigger? They got bigger on me. Don't get bigger on me, baby. That'll drive me crazy. Oh yeah. All right. Send clutch. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, I got a clutch. I can't see it. Dang, I missed it. Thank you, Ari. Oh my God. Don't do it to me, baby. I'm telling you, that will drive me crazy. Oh Lord, it done got big on me, y'all. It got big on me. You dropped a bomb on me. Sometimes you gotta sing your way through it. I'm telling you. Sometimes. All right, there we go. There what we got. Okay, we're gonna pop that into the nail lamp, and then we are ready to cure. Yeah, and this was the freestyle set. So this is how it started. Hot mess, right? Hot mess. So we'll cover it, and then this is how it's going. How it started. How it's going. Thank you, floating heart. Oh, thank you, RX. Hug yourself for me. All right, y'all. So this is what it's looking like. Let me top coat it though. But like I said, this is how we started. I did not know where I was going with this design. I just knew I was going. I was going. I was going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. So I kept swimming, honey. So we're gonna use our Macart top coat. to top coat this little guy off and these little guys off, or girls, or women, young ladies, or whatever you want to call them, nails here. So there we go. Um, and then we're gonna go from there. Y'all, what I'm most proud of that y'all seen me do and I used to struggle with was that dang on flower. Because I could not get that flower down. Like y'all saw me mess up that flower about 4 or 5 lives straight, honey. So I'm just so proud of myself. But that's what I mean when you put the time and dedication into, and focus into like elevating your craft and not just sticking in one lane, like you just evolve into this great tech, nail tech that or whatever that you're doing, right? You ain't even got to be a nail tech. Whatever that you're doing, you just evolve overall, and become the best version of you that you can be, right? So, if you don't take nothing else is from this live, one thing I do want you to take is to take a bet on yourself. Always take risks because there will always be a reward, no matter what you're doing. Okay, and as long as you're excelling and meeting the standards for which you've set for yourself, that's all that matters. Don't worry about who's watching, who's not, who's supporting you, who ain't. You support you. You support you. So that's ultimately that's all that matters. Because people that used to say, oh, like blah 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 blah. I don't see them. I don't hear from them. Honestly, I don't want to hear from them. um, and sometimes it's just better to evolve alone. You know what I'm saying? You can't take and bring everybody with you on your journey. And that's something that I learned and that I'm learning as I continue my journey here. You know what I'm saying? I used to be, like I tell you all the time, the loud friend, woo, yeah, girl, blah, blah, blah. When I start doing nails and I start having my own lane and I own mojo, nobody, and when I say nobody, is rooting for me, nobody. They just kind of sit back and, as long as it's good, you supporting them and you loud and at the front, that's good. But when they see you taking you serious and you don't involve yourself with certain aspects of life that you used to, it's like, oh, okay. Sometimes they find it threatening, and that's okay too. But I don't want to be threatening. I want us to all win. Um, hey, it is what it is. But okay, here is how it went, and here's how we're going. All right. Melissa says, hi, do you have any tips for beginner nail artists? Yes, I have a lot of tips for you all. We're going to pop this in the nail lamp while I talk to Melissa. Melissa, one thing I would say is take each day serious, okay? Take each day serious each time you practice. I say practice each day. Every second you get free should be you studying and you learning and you practicing whatever nail art that you want to achieve, okay? Um, the biggest thing I want you to take from this is just focus on one thing at a time. If you're focusing on painting your nails a certain way, then just focus on that. If you're focused on 3D nail art, focus on that. If you focus on applying acrylic, focus on that. But don't stay there too long. Be open to learn different things as you evolve. Another thing is um, give yourself some grace because not all of us started out or start out uh, as great as some of the greats, right? Um, I would say invest in all of your supplies. Start small, and you don't have to go granular and buy all this stuff. I started out with a few colors from Shein. I started out with a lot. I got a lot of Dollar Tree stuff. A lot of Dollar Tree stuff. Polishes, gel polishes, spray. Honey, Dollar Tree is that girl. Okay. I'm gonna come back in just a second, Melissa, but I'm gonna do this reveal. So yeah, this is how we started, and this is the nails for today. Okay, y'all, how we do? Run up the hearts if y'all like this. Okay, and try this out. As I always let y'all know, try out this design if you want to try it out. Try it out in a different color or whatever. Just try it out. You know what I'm saying? Do your cheetah prints way better than mine. I did not go all the way in like I could, but you know, it is what it is, child. So here we go with these other nails. How we started, draw it out. You know, draw it out if this is what you want. All right, so back to Melissa. Melissa, yes, Dollar Tree, Shein, Amazon, invest in you. And then, like I said, don't be scared to take risks and don't be scared to mess up. If you're making mistakes, that means you are evolving. That means you are elevating yourself. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, RX. Thank you, lovely. You are definitely elevating your brand. You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to mess up. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. When I first started, let me show you some of my nails when I first started. And some of the people that's watching now, like RX, like she can attest to this too. Like I wasn't my best, but I had people like my significant other and RX in my corner. Like just keep going, you got it. You know what I'm saying? But let me show you some of these nails I started off doing. This is like from my first nail set. It ain't bad, right? It ain't bad at all. It actually looked pretty good. But you see like how like my placement isn't all right, you know, like it isn't as straight, it's kind of curvy or whatever. It's okay. It's all right. You gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning how to do jewel placement, girly. Okay. Let me show you another one. I had so many basic designs, you know what I'm saying? Because I was just scared to evolve and step out of my own shell. This is a cloud set that I did. But you see these little stars, these little you know, I guess star looking thing. They're supposed to be 4 point stars. But they aren't even stars. They look more like crosses, right? Girl, I practiced this so much, I just knew I had it down. No, ma'am. Look the hot mess. Look at them. They ain't even straight. But I did it. I kept practicing, and now you can't tell me that I can't slay. You know, you can't tell me that I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you another nail that I did, and this is me just drawing. Like I like to draw too, so uh, especially with me doing nails. Look at this. So this is like one of my Halloween nail sets I did some time ago. Look at that. Hot mess, ain't it? Look at that. These supposed to be windows. You know what I'm saying? And okay, we got S cough SC. Look, she can attest. They can attest. Arisa, thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. I had to, you know, I had to trust in the process, and I had to. Sometimes I'm gonna be as more, you know, a little bit more candid. Some days I would just cry because I felt like I didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe this ain't for me, but I knew I love nails. I like doing nails. I like to look good, smell good, feel good. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I got tired of was um, going to nail shops and not being satisfied. But I took the practice, I took the time to practice, I took the time to invest in me, and I just kept going. Let me show you this. This right here is acrylic nail. Look how thick that is. You know what I'm saying? Compared to my nails now. You know what I'm saying? So you got to start somewhere, Melissa. But you got this. You know what I'm saying? Iskov said, "Me too. Better than I can do." I know that's right. Thank you. Ari said better than I can do. I know that's right. Y'all making the girl feel good. I know that's right. Thank y'all so much. Hug yourself for me. Okay. So yes, but you see how thick this was, Melissa? And then compared to now, no ma'am. Ain't nobody can't nobody tell me nothing now other than give me more advice to just get better. You know what I'm saying? But we all have to start somewhere, sweetheart. And trust me, I know the feeling of being a beginner and like, oh my God, I just got so many designs and things in my head. Look at this one. I'm just showing you, just being real with you. Look at this. This L, I call myself doing like one of these. Now again, I'm a beginner. This first year. This is first year. Trying to do a matte nail set that you know that it was popular or whatever. Look at that L. It ain't even centered, child. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get it. I already said I can't draw good. Thank God for stickers. I know that's right. Thank God for stickers, honey. Yes. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, we still be doing it already. You know, if somebody come, we ain't gonna turn them away just because we can't. We still gonna put our all into it. We give ourselves grace. And if we have to practice outside of, a person or a customer showing up, then that's just what we do. So practice makes progression, and progression makes perfection. You know what I'm saying? Or almost perfection in my, because nothing is perfect, but it makes perfect, almost perfection. So I just want to just always be as candid as I can with you. And look at this, ugly as can be, ugly, but I was doing it. I was just trying stuff. So don't be scared to try. And RX said facts, yeah. So you gonna take that time to invest in you and sit there and practice. And like I tell y'all all the time, when I'm not on here, I'm studying nails. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to get ready and make a huge. I'm taking a huge step on myself in this nail realm, and I can't wait to celebrate with you all. And some of y'all have been, telling me like, just go ahead and do it, just go ahead and do it, and your girl about to do it. So I will be vlogging the whole process too. So if you know, you know. It's cause I've been waiting for those tortoise nails. I've been looking for the perfect ones. Your example is the best. Oh, thank you so much. I just try to do, and I try to give you all true authentic feedback. If I can't do something, I really y'all see me struggle and me get it versus me just coming on here acting like everything is just all good. Cause there ain't nothing just all good, child. We all gotta learn. So Melissa, you keep going, you keep practicing, you got this. God got the final say so in the end. Don't listen to man, honey. If they ain't telling you something to help you elevate, this just noise. It's just noise. Don't worry about it. But you see all of these. Look at this. This Gary nail, this middle nail. The eyes are a little further away than I want them to. But hey, I did it. Freestyle set. You know what I'm saying? We got to start somewhere. And, it starts with you taking a risk and taking a bet on you. Start out small. Start out with just painting nails, and then work your way up to styling nails, and then work your way up to acrylic nails, and then practice on poly gel nails. Just sit there and practice. Get you a nail hand, or practice on your own hand, and just go. Just sit there and flow. Just slay on them. Just slay on them. Okay. Thank you so much, Iskov. I really appreciate that hug you for me. Okay. So yeah, so I just want to show you all of the nails, and show you that you can achieve anything you put your mind to. As long as you want it bad enough, you're gonna go hard for yourself, and you're gonna invest in yourself, and you're gonna take that next step to get to where you want to be, so that you can attain and retain those customers, and people that may come in your realm and come in your life and help you through your season of doing nails. So you got this. Keep the faith. Always pray over yourself and just go for it. Don't short yourself. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you don't get it the first time. You gonna get it that second, third, fourth, or fifth time. You just gotta keep going. Okay. All right, you got that. Thank you so much. It's golf. I appreciate that. So these are the nails for today. Like I said, practice on your own. Practice in your downtime when no one is looking. That's when it really matters. That's when it really matters. Okay. So just keep going. Draw it out. You see me, like, it might look a little bumble jumbled on here, but that's okay. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm getting to. You know what I'm saying? So just keep going. Keep trusting the process. Make sure you're around positive people and people that want to see you win, like true, authentic people, not these phony people, like they want to be in these cliques and be accepted by all these other. Like, no, we ain't got time for that. Focus on you, focus on your lane, get around people who want to see you win. And like I said, praying, and manifesting any and everything that you do, I'm telling you, it's going to set you apart and take you so much further than you ever thought that you could go. So that being said, I hope you got the message, Melissa. You got this, sweet thing. And here are the nails one more time. I will definitely get these posted in a second. And I want to thank you all so much. These nails are doing pretty good right now on my post. So we did the Toy Story nails yesterday. I still haven't posted the Gary nails, but I did post the spider nails. Those are doing good on YouTube. A little bit on TikTok. I'm still getting used to TikTok. Um, Also, thank you all for liking the Tweety Bird nails. Another thing, Melissa, my Tweety Bird is a hot mess. Hot mess. But do you think that that's going to deter me from putting out my content? No. Put it out. Practice. You know, because you might help me. You might help somebody else. Put it out. You know what I'm saying? So just keep going. Keep trusting the process. You got this, okay? You can only go up, sweet thing. You can only go up, okay? All right, sweetheart, sweet thing. This is what we got. And I hope y'all enjoyed this live. Don't forget to say your prayers. Trust you. Trust the process. And I might come back tonight to do my nails because I really need to take this stuff off. So even if we don't do nothing but take them off, saw them off, do a quick little feel, then that's something. You know what I'm saying? So might come back. Don't hold me to it. But in the meantime, in between time, um, as I always say, trust the process, trust you, put God first, and you can only go up and succeed in life, okay? Here we go. Here go the nails of the day. I hope y'all like them. Run up the hearts. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out when I'm live and in action. We are monetized again now, so you can share gifts, super things, super chats. We have a membership slot. I don't have anything set for the memberships, but if you want to join a membership, you can. I just appreciate you all liking the post right now. That just helps me so much, lets me know that what I'm doing is meeting at least one person and reaching far and beyond those that want to achieve and continue on their journey. So I appreciate you all for all of your feedback, your positive and motivating, encouraging words. Shout out to RX. Be sure to go follow my girl. That's my girl there, RX. Yeah, she been down. She been down since I was at 64 followers, honey. I was at 64 followers, y'all. And then in 1 year, literally, we at 1 year and 4 months now. So I done got 7K, so we're on the road to 10K. Be sure to stick around for the 10K giveaway. Once we hit 10K, the day of, I will be giving away some AirPods and a gift card to put me in the game. If you figure it out, then you just figure it out, okay? My favorite brand, all right? So there was a lot that I said, but for real, I'm going to let you all go. And I hope you all, for real, enjoy this live. Try this out on your own and keep the faith, keep the high spirits, and stay motivated, boo, because you are slaying and you are phenomenal and you got this. Okay? All right, y'all. We got this thing. Bye.